Hey, how you doing? It's the 22,971st day for me. How many days have you been here? It doesn't really matter because it's another Sunday, so it's another sesh. And admittedly, this is take 2 or 3, I think, of today's talk on fear and violence in America. How do you deal with it? I am going to tell you right up front, I don't have any real solutions. All I'm going to be able to give you is how I deal with it. I don't need to recount all the countless senseless scenes of violence that we've all been witnessing for the last 20 fucking years, since 9/11. That really, blew a hole in our consciousness, And ever since then, it just hasn't said. Even before that, there were things happening before the Columbine, I remember, but violence has always been part of our culture. Let's go back to, Kent State. Let's go back to 68. Let's go back to all the other assassinations that we've had throughout history, going back to Kennedy, both Kennedys, going back to, and then before that, there were world wars and Korean wars and Spanish American wars and corporate wars for bananas. And violence has always been a part of not only American culture, just historically. Look at the Romans, look at the Moors, look at the conquistadors, look at our own history. It's like the British Empire. It has always, throughout, since we've been here, violence has been part of our collective makeup. So, given that, really, what we need to do is learn how to deal with the fear that we all inherently have. Every time I hear stories about mass shootings or somebody, who maybe is close to me or not close to me, but somebody I know that's gotten mugged and hurt, or somebody that I love that has gotten, killed in a senseless act of I don't know what, but she was murdered, no matter what it is that happened to you, at what level, violence touches us all. And yes, it's something that creates fear, and fear is not necessarily a bad thing. It's an instinctual thing. It's an inherent thing, just like violence. It's something that is like in our genetic makeup or collective makeup, or I don't know, exactly how that works. But fear, you need to, you just can't be crippled by it. You got to, look at it what it is, learn to assess it, and how to move forward, how to achieve your goal. Whether it's not be eaten by the lion, or get myself up after somebody does me wrong, or whatever it is, But it's a Sunday sesh, and I don't want to get angry, and I don't want to get maudlin and sad or anything like that. So excuse me a second, okay? That's the essential thing that I have to say in this video, that I have to say. But really, the video is asking you, the viewer, what do you do to deal with it? How do you deal with this shit? It's like fear is it can control us, But the thing that's on the other side of that is hope, is, a faith, an intrinsic something that drives us forward in a way that doesn't seem to happen in other species of animals, at least that we can observe here on Earth, And we'll probably find out one day when the aliens visit that we're very primitive, aren't we? I think so, at least. On our TV, we have a big screen TV in our bedroom last night, and my program came on, as if, but it was in the queue there because my wife had signed in and she follows me. So, when I load up new videos, it comes up on there. I decided to take a look, and dude, man, I don't mean to tote my own horn, but I am doing a pretty good job at capturing the beauty that surrounds me, that I'm trying to share with you, and I'm looking for ways to look at it back. So send me your stuff like this, okay? Or post it and let me know, and I'll subscribe and watch you, and I'll go looking for it when I have the time, but I don't really have a lot of time. So it helps if you just kind of, hey, D, look at this. I like that. I don't have time to randomly find shit sometimes. Again, pardon me. So just inside there in the kitchen, our daughter is making some chocolate chip cookies, and her son is helping her, and they're having a good time. And it's been a really hectic weekend here in the John Bourne zone. All kinds of things going on, and not a lot of time to contemplate, for example, what am I going to say at Sunday Sesh? I guess this is kind of becoming sort of a sermon for me. Maybe it's just to me, but I really enjoy it when people share it with me. You know what I mean? Like, drop me a line if you want. I really like that. I'll respond. I'll think about it, whatever, Okay. Well, if I don't get the chance later, let me tell you now, please, please take care of yourselves. And whether you're out there, whether you're here at home, whether it's just in your head, be safe and keep your dauber up. Until next time, my friends. Okay. All right. All right. That looks right. Hey, how you doing? It's really early Monday morning, and I thought instead of doing a whole separate thing with setup, I'll just tack it on here to the end of yesterday's sesh. Um, I have about 36 hours of marathon working here on the laptop, and I've just kind of finished doing some major rearranging here. Put my wife's computer over there. This is my side. That's her side. But my focus is to be here now, because I anticipate being able to get into flow. Flow is it's not really something you get into. Flow is the way. So you have to kind of chip away all the things that are not flow, and then all of a sudden there you are. And I hope that's what you do this way. Be here now, get into the flow. There is a lot at stake. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in our lives personally. It's that time of year we've got to start focusing and buttoning things down. It's almost the end of the year, isn't it? So that's what I'm doing. And I hope that you have success doing something similar to that. It's time to start wrapping things up, isn't it? I'm not going to preach. I'm not going to give advice. All I'm going to tell you guys is to take care of yourselves, be safe out there, and keep your dauber up. Bye bye.